The Gobi Desert is a unique landscape of rock, stone and sand. This, the fifth largest desert on Earth, extends from southern Mongolia to northern China. Mongolia contains fascinating scenery, such as Gal Chulu, the Cliffs of Flame. The skeletons of several dinosaurs were discovered here, and birds' nests excavated from the sandstone walls. This cliff landscape was once the bed of an ancient ocean. When its waters receded, red sandstone shone out in the light of day. Dinosaurs inhabited this area 60 million years ago, until they became extinct. Why they vanished is still a mystery. A primeval landscape as if from a picture book. Remote, eternal land, with striking geological features. Bayanzar is typical of the Gobi Desert. Here, life is possible. The waterholes never dry out completely. Yet the Gobi is not what one may think of as a normal desert, and is better described as a semi-desert. Or to be more precise, a desert savanna. The Bayanzar features the saksal, a bush that is resistant to salt. Very useful for the stabilization of the soil and as protection against the wind. The climate of the Gobi Desert is extreme. In daytime, the temperature can be scorching hot, and at night, very cold. But both animal and plant life have adapted to the climate, and man also has managed to find a way to overcome the harsh conditions. Cold, dry winters are particularly challenging, and the herds must be well protected. The desert contains bushes, grasses and wildlife that have adapted to the extreme changes in temperature and arid climate. However, the herds of goats here are quite destructive and eat the grass down to the roots. In spring, warm and rainy days promote growth and the desert begins to blossom. It is a time when the spacious hill landscape is quite beautiful and far from being a desert. The Gobi is a region of diverse grass landscapes. Also, the huge Kongorin Els sand dune that is situated in a long valley between two mountain ranges forms part of this natural landscape. Located in front of the 120-kilometer long sand dune, the greenbelt looks like a Fata Morgana. A small Kongor watercourse nourishes both flora and fauna. But only 3% of the Gobi Desert contains sand dunes, and they are spread across the desert. Here, the camel has become a common domestic animal. They're bred from wild camels that are to be found in small, well-protected herds. Until a few decades ago, camel caravans were the only way to transport goods over long distances through regions that had no water. Here, there are numerous large sandy areas that are perforated with plant life. There are also both narrow and wide valleys that contain water. The Gobi Desert also has mountains and canyons. One of the most famous is the Yolin Am, the Canyon of Vultures. The first section can be covered on horseback, but as it narrows, it's only possible to proceed on foot. The small mountain river flows between the narrow breach in the rocks and huge stones, until the canyon opens up once again. Even in summer, the sunlight cannot penetrate here, and in winter, it is icy cold. Ice barricades entry to the canyon. Amazing. Ice within a desert. This region is now protected due to the value placed on the splendid natural environment that is to be found here. A legacy of our planet that is certainly worthy of conservation. Since time immemorial, people here have felt the spirit of the gods and their ancestors. And this remote place is also inhabited by tiny animals, tasty tidbits for the vultures. Occasionally, we encounter sacred piles of stone, and scattered around them, bones left by the local vultures. The Gobi Desert once contained dense vegetation, as evidenced here in the rocky canyons and small streams. Colorful flowers break through the ground that is covered with tiny stones and appear like magic in the most unexpected places. The Gobi Desert is alive and is rightly known as one of Earth's miracles.